Okay, so at this point you will say dot add new, and let's add some styles, right? So let's give it a width of some kind. Let's use percentages. I would say 80%, and I would say height. Maybe we can limit this to 300 pixels, like so. Maybe we could limit everything. Let's just say 300 pixels, 300 pixels. A nice square thingy. And then let's put a background color of black so that we can see it. We will change this, of course, very soon. So let's see what we have now. So if I refresh, and there we have our nice input box. It's a little bit small, so let's put the width at 500. That should do. Very nice. So now here, what we want is not for it to displace everything, but to be right on top of everything else. So what we will do is change its positioning. So I'll say position absolute. And just by doing that, we have a winner. There we go. So it's right on top here. So add new, and this should appear. Okay, goodie. So now we just need to add some content to this add new box here. So let me go to inspect element first, and right in there. Why is this not going down? Why are you not going down? Oopsie. Let me minimize. Okay, there we go. So background color here, we want to adjust to something that's slightly off-white. There we go. And please remember that you can put opacity here so that you can, if you want it to be transparent there, that's entirely up to you. But that's good enough for me. I will copy that, and then I will paste that color here. Let's add a bit of padding so that things don't hit the wall quite as hard. So 6 pixels ought to do. Okay, so here we go. Now what I want is for us to be able to see this come on and off, right? On, off. So easy peasy, we'll add a little bit of JavaScript to do that. Okay. Now, if you are not, you don't want to use JavaScript to do this, add, where is this? To open this, that's entirely up to you. There's another method you can use where you use the checkbox, but I think let's use JavaScript since we are going JavaScript direction. Let's do that. So this item is called, where is this? Add new, right? That's the class we have. So let's use that to get it from our JavaScript. So let me use the display here and put it at none, like so. Actually, in order to do things properly, what I will do is add new here, right? This is the class for our item, but let me just add another class that says show, something like this, dot show. What would be a good word? Maybe on. Maybe show is better. So let's put a display of block there. Okay, as easy as that. And then let's put another style here that says hide. Oopsie. Hide. This one will be display none, like so. Okay, so at this point, because we can add several classes in here, so I'll just say add new and then say hide so that it's hidden when we reload the page. So right there, it's hidden when we reload the page. Okay, good. Now when I click here, I want this to be loaded. So what I want to do is go to my click on the add new here, add new. This is the button. let's put an on-click listener here, right inline there. We can add an event listener in JavaScript, but I think this is easier. So let's say on click like that is equal to, let's add some JavaScript. So we're going to create a function that says show add new like that, and let's put event there so we can capture our event. So show add new, let me copy that. Let's come to the very bottom here and let's add some JavaScript. So we'll say script like so, and let's go down here and create a function and put our function name there. Let's put an E so we can capture the event, and we are down here. So I just want to see an alert to show me that it's working. So let's just say working like so. Okay, so for those of you that don't understand JavaScript, this is how you, whenever you want to put some JavaScript, you put them inside these tags like this, and then just like in PHP, you get to put functions like this which can run on certain times, because if we don't put this inside a function, it will run, this will run immediately we load the page. So we are putting it inside a function so we can simply call it at a very particular time, like when this button is clicked. This is why we are putting this on an on-click event so that it can run that function. Okay, so let's refresh this and let's click on add, and you see it's working. Pretty cool. Now we want that button to switch on our, to show our item there, which is the add new. So let's collect every item that has the class of add new. So to do that, we will say variable or var. Let's give it a name of box because it's our input box, or maybe we will call it show add box, something like that, more descriptive, is equal to the document. So let's get the document object and say dot. So document object, we want to run a method on this document object called query selector. So query selector is a newer way in JavaScript to get items from the DOM or from the page. So at this point, what we've given it is a class name which we want to capture. So we want to capture that thing with a class name. So I'm going to put a dot because this is a class name. If it was an ID, I would put the hash symbol. So I'll put a dot there and say add new. So any item with that class will be collected, the first item found. So at this point, I will say show, because now we have that item in our possession. I will say show add box dot. Now we want to access its styles, right? So I will say, actually, no, we don't want to access its styles. We just want to give it a different class name, right? So it has two classes here. It has add new and it has hide. So I want to remove this hide class and put the show class, right? So to do that is very simple. I'll just say add, no, actually I'll say class, sorry, not capital C. I'm beginning to forget these things. Class list, so be careful of the camel case. Make sure that there's a capital L there. Class list dot add, like so, or remove, like so. So we want to remove a class name called hide. Actually, once we remove the hide, we don't even need to put the show. That should actually work. So let's try that. Refresh and let's click. And you see our item there is showing. Now if I click again, it doesn't, I can't cancel this thing at all. So I want to be able to click back on that thing and cancel it. So yeah, class list. Okay, so I don't actually know how to check for a particular class listing there. So the idea is that we want to check if a class exists there. If it does, then let's put, if it doesn't exist, let's put it there. If it exists, let's remove it. So let's ask the question. Let's experiment a little bit here, because I've never used this before actually. So what I will do is, let's put an if statement here and say if dot class list dot includes. Let's put the includes. Let's put a class list that includes hide, like so. And then let's have an alert here and say yep, something like that, right? So let's refresh and let's click again. And obviously I can imagine that was not a function. So includes is not a function. So let's try contains, right? Contains, it should be one of these. So refresh the page. Wait, custom select is not a function. Where is that? This is jQuery, so not my error at all. So yep, it's in there. And let's click it again. Let's see if the yep will come back. No, it doesn't. So it's working, because once we remove it, it's no longer in there. So let's use this if statement to see if we contain the hide. Then if it's there, we remove it. So let's put that guy inside there and remove this. And let's do an else statement right there. Let's duplicate this and let's put the hide back in there once we know it's not existing. So like that. Pretty good. So refresh, add, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so pretty good so far. Now in the next video we'll add some buttons here and the add button there, so that we can add a new category and see it refresh in real time. I will see you in the next video.